There's several ways to work with and deepen Chatuspadasana, and I'm going to show you all of those ways in this video today. Chatuspadasana is a really excellent and essential pose to begin to learn and understand in depth before really going after shoulder stand. So it's a great pose. It really helps lift the chest and create a lightness. And I want to be really clear about how and where the weight goes in your shoulders. When practicing this pose and shoulder stand, you want to understand that your weight should not be on your shoulder blades, even the upper shoulder blades there. Instead, you want the weight to be all the way at the top of the shoulders, the part of your shoulder that faces the ceiling. So let's get started and learn Chatuspadasana. To begin this pose, get 2 blankets and fold them in half and place them at the top of your sticky mat. Really make sure the nice folded edge of the blanket is in line with that sticky mat so that when you lie back, your head is on the floor, your shoulders are on the blankets, and this begins to train your neck how to relax into these poses. Okay? So if you don't quite reach your ankles, what do? You get 2 straps. Make loops in those straps so that when you sit down again in front of the blankets, you can just loop those straps around the front of your ankles and hold on. So they're just little extenders there. Now, once you have that, lie back down, shoulders on, head off. And now when the arms start to straighten, you turn the upper arm bone deeply out. That deltoid region there at the top of the shoulder turns back towards the floor. Then as you press the heels, roll the buttock to the back of the knees and lift the tailbone. See how I turn the arms out more and more and more as time goes by. So when the heels are down, the middle upper back shoulder blade region is in. So those outer shoulder blades are very firm. The sternum lifts and the region across the collarbones broadens towards your chin. Flow the shoulder towards your wrists as you flow the back of the head away from the neck. Then over time, your fingers will begin to reach your heels. You might not be able to clasp the ankles yet, but you can turn your palms to face the ceiling and place your heels right on your fingerprints. Then again, lift up, heel bones down, tailbone lifting, and turn the upper arm bones deeply out. Now you can really feel that flow of the shoulders towards the wrist. The heels press down and slightly forward or away from you. And then the back of the neck relaxes and lengthens, so the occipital ridge, the part of the head that touches the floor, flows away from you. Relax the throat and the sides of the neck. Then at some point you'll be able to grab those ankles. It helps to lift the feet up. See where my thumbs are when I hold my front ankles. They're right next to my index. Press the heels, lift the hips, turn the upper arm bone deeply out, so that as the heels press down and away, the tailbone's in, the upper back firms, and the back of the neck makes space and lengthens. Then at some point, you can get rid of that upper blanket. So experiment with that a little bit. You can go down to the one blanket, see that the back of the head now can flow away from the back of the neck. That becomes more intense, obviously, as the blanket's lower. So again, grab the ankles, and you see how I really hug my ankles towards me as I turn the upper arm bone out. You're making that distance shorter now, so you get a greater lift in the chest. Tailbone in, outer shoulder blades in, and shoulder blades themselves press towards the back of the sternum. Then finally, you could remove that last blanket if you wish, and work with the head on the ground. Both ways are important. It's not that as you get the final position, you should do it that way all the time. No, you'll find there's different days that you want the blankets, or maybe you transition from time to time to get to the floor, because you see now how long the back of the neck has to become. However, you get a more vertical position of the chest as time goes by. Breathe into the side ribs, which will enhance that broadness across the collarbones. Keep the throat releasing and relaxing. Tailbone in. And then when it's time, release down and rest. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. See you next time.